you, Master. Shall we go to him? If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
He really ought to have returned by now.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
I'm in fine fettle today. What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now.
Pray, follow me.
We're looking for him. That's what he's supposed to be. Yet thought to befall him. I couldn't live with myself.
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet. Here we are.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Good. Then let us be on our way.
As a matter of fact, curious thing, one of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
Now there's a thought.
We've got goblins!
I suppose I'll handle this.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. I suppose your wounds won't heal themselves. Best keep still a moment. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
What have I done to deserve this?
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt alike. Best hope you're not one of them. Regardless, do well not to invite my mistrust on our journey.
An obstacle blocks our way. Perhaps we might remove it by force.
Ranged attacks are my specialty, Master. Shall I assist?
We are none of us alike in vocation.
'Tis a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on? Tis views such as this that make a journey worthwhile.
We are alone here, methinks. Perhaps we might stop a moment and find our bearings.
There's no great shock to me.
Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here.
Shall we head there now? 'Twould save us having to make the trip again.
At once, Master.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An arisen, by all appearances.
An arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop...
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one...
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely. All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we...
I'm still waiting on that report. Orcs don't know pommel from point.
I'll go and open the chest.
Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. It's
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Magics are at your disposal!
Focus your strength, Arisen! I shall inform you if I learn aught of worth.
This place makes my hair stand on. Should trouble occur, a quiet day is a welcome one. I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
tragic.
Well done.
Take care where you place your feet. A sharp incline is as like to throw us off balance as 'tis our enemies. We ought to make it through this with barely a scratch.
It feels as if we've already won. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
I'm in awe of your powers of detection. I'm sure my master would be astonished to learn this is here. Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
We must not let down our guard.
I'd be caught unawares. I am shamed.
We ought to consider this a lesson. This is what befalls one who lets down their guard.
What's this? We're trapped. Fie! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
Cyclops! Pray, be on your guard!
Mayhap the force of this torrent can be employed for our own ends.
Let us make use of this during battle. No? Doubt? Catch our foes unawares. Look at it. This one scares that. A well-placed strike to send it gazing skyward.
Strike fast, and our quarry shall fall.
A moment of indecision may spell our doom.
I think I get the idea.
It seems we haven't raised our bow.
What's that sound? Fall back!
The torrent! We must get to safety.
Rush headlong into battle. Let us watch our foe carefully to determine our best strategy here.
Quickly, Arisen. You must regain your footing. Our foe appears to have grown just as weary as we.
Recklessness has done them no favours. They ought to have conserved their strength.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
It is time we made for the capital to inform the people with verbally that the Arisen is coming.
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
That ladder looks promising, but we'll have to drop it down from above. You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
I'll not goblins approach!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
That went well. I've a duty not
That's
to
it.
fall.
Seems we drove them off. You've my Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the Sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now?
Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait.
There's no easy thing, taking a living as a soldier. Lots to do.
I wonder what today.
Can't they see the old bloody place is watching?
I'll go and open the chest.
This might be worth a read.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Hail!
At your neck. Gotta be somewhere to make some quick calls.
Where to now?
Well met. You are come to shack. You will soon forget the solution eludes me, but I'm certain there is one. I fear I've no wisdom to offer. Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn, a place of respite. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Commerce is the domain of clever minds. You know where to find me. Peruse at your neck.
This job better be worth it. Bloody...
Tell is, Vermund was once a Beastrum kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed, though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
Well met, sir. Have a look. Got nothing to fear.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off alone.
What are you up to? Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Come back any time.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Well met, sir.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this? I thank you, your majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. There were
We have been charged with the felling of monsters.
I foresee naught but success on the path that lies ahead.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your majesty's claim, you will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of a plot. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, your majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
This isn't what I want.
Well met, sir.
Welcome.
How dare you!
How could it come to this?
Well met, sir.
Good heavens! A
Gotta be somewhere to make some good call.
Oh, could use a rest.
Welcome.
Where will the wind blow me today, I wonder? This just isn't good enough.
I do have a little enough gold to spend.
Mercy!
You'll not get away with this!
Life's been pretty kind to me, come to think of it.
What the? Spend all day here.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Suppose I'd best get to work.
There's ought to be said.
Suppose I'd best get to work. No sense
Can't put a
dwelling
price
on
on
this.
peace.
Life's been pretty kind.
Always another errand to see to.
This hustle and bustle
Boots laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for patrol.
Let me get that.
Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside. I shall be proud to serve you, Arisen. I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and... prioritize...
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up. How are we to get through this door?
What do you presume to gain by this, Arisen?
Pray, light your lantern, Master.
Most
believe yon foe is born to light. We ought to extinguish our lanterns lest we summon it a little.
Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermin's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
I say, we collect as much as we can carry. I think I'll stand for this.
It's a hobgoblin!
Fire won't do much good here. Best try a different tack.
Has been drenched.
Well aimed strike, right where it hurts.
Ensure your next attack is no less hurt.
Just nodded off for a moment there.
I have a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy.
Your skills have come a long way. Well done.
Hail. We've had to start sending...
Is that...
Lachlan.
Aye.
Accardo.
What?
This is the first army... Say, you seem stout of heart. You've my thanks.
We ought not to dawdle when our aid is sorely needed. Goblins approach! Feast your eyes on this! If you are in need, I must serve. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Are we ignoring the enemy today? Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
How am I meant to slay the beasts if I cannot strike them? Get down here, you feathered beast! Who are you? Come to aid me. Is that all of them? Yeah, I've only just enlisted. You saved me this... Well, I'd best be...
Don't we have a report to make, Master?
I'd hasten home, were this not...
Hail, friend. Many thanks for...
Aye, that it was.
'Twas a bit too We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regime.